Okay, I am eating cereal, so you will hear me do that. Sorry. Okay, let's use I couldn't find our shoes. We'll have like Percival on the other side. Just for fun. We're gonna talk universal stuff about normals first. A lot of the stuff about normals is universal. So there's light, medium, heavy. I'm sure you know that. Set the block. It's more important. So everyone else has proximity normals. So it's close light, close medium, close heavy. Close light for like every character in the game will be a 5-frame button that is +4. So if you go here on Percival, you can see it's the exact same thing. It's 5 frames and +4. There are exceptions, but the exceptions are usually pretty obvious. Like zoners have worse close lights. Matera's is only +2. Or big bodies have better ones. Like Wheelnesses is +7. I think Versusia is also +7. Generally though, every close light is a 5-frame +4 button. This is like your main pressure move alongside this move, which we'll go up later. The far light is also pretty universal. Yule is a little bit privileged in hers. Your far light is usually 6 frames, so it's 1 frame slower than your close light, and it's +1 or +2. Yule's is +2. This is another pretty universal thing. There'll be slight variance. Matera's, again, is +2, it's 8 frames, but it's like a gigantic. Hers hits from like here. Percival's is 6 frame and +1, but his is also gigantic. It does whiff on crouchers at the edge, but you can see the shit is huge. So this is also another pressure tool, especially for don't do that. For a character like Yule, because like all of these are plus and low, so you can't, especially mid-screen, you can't like walk away from this. You would just get tagged. This is also pretty universal. You play another character, their far light will be a 6 frame, +1 or +2. Pretty short range button. You should usually match with this, or the other match button is 2L. So 2L. I mean, but like every character again will be like a 6 to 8 frame button that's slightly minus. It does lights gathering into each other, so you can do like light strings like that, like the light, crouch right, or crouch right, light, like that. You can do like that. The main purpose for these is either they'll hit low. This isn't as important for you because you have a low hitting 5L, and the range disparity is not really that big. The main purpose of this is like consistency. So if you're mashing right at this distance, you might not know, am I going to get close light or far light? So there was close, but maybe you wanted this one. Like you wanted the further range because you think they're going to walk back or something, because you have close light and they walk back and you hit. This gives you a consistent range, and like you can use it in pressure the same way, because like it goes into the close light anyway. So this can just be a low check into your close light. This is again pretty universal. This is also a 6 frame -2 low hitting 2L. Some characters don't hit low. Some characters have different frame data. Again, it's usually like you are a specific style of character to have that oddity, like a zoner, so Fairy Matera, or like your gigantic, like Wilderness, Vasaraga, and Versusia. Then for mediums, this gets a little bit different. So close mediums have quite a bit of variance. Generally though, they're very fast and slightly minus. So they're not plus anymore. So this one's -2, I think his is 0. Yeah, his is 0. They'll usually be slightly -0, and then again, privileged big bodies. Those darn scoundrels will have +1s, like Vasaraga has a +3 close medium. So these you can also use in pressure because like they're only slightly minus. So and you can fish counter hits with this because obviously it's a much better starter than the close light at the cost of your frame advantage. Crouching medium is going to be different per character, but usually it's a low hitting poke of some kind. It doesn't always have to hit low. This does not hit low. Actually, you can see it says high. High means it's a mid, not an overhead. Overhead, say overhead. This is also not a low. I don't know why. Now, close heavies, these are typically, I guess we'll go to far mediums first. So Yule has a weird one. This is not very universally applicable because she has an advanced like 2-hit far medium, but it still mostly functions as a long range poke, which is usually what they're for. They're not going to be safe, but that's what we have special cancels for. Yeah. Now, close heavies, typically these are, again, slightly minus. Sometimes they'll be very minus. Only big bodies have +1s, like Versusius is +7. These are really just fishing for punishes. So if I'm doing like this, it detects my throw, then I can. Oh my god, I suck at this. I can start doing that. Especially if he is. I forgot this is the thing they let you do. Here, I'm not gonna get him, right? If he's delay attacking. So if that's happening, you can start doing like this with the delay heavy. It's mainly to fish punishes. That's why it even has the giant punish hit, where they get like the big red explosion. Far heavy will just generally be your biggest poke. This is most obvious on Percival because this is like the biggest poke in the game. This shit is gigantic. These though are like they're gonna be minus, right? This is -8. Also, it's worth noting to judge frame data, fastest buttons are 5 frames and they're close lights. So being -5 at like this distance, I don't think she has something that is -5 or 10 IM, is completely safe because nothing is 5 frames in that far. And to be punishable, I believe that Gran Blue shows -4 as safe. Yeah, it's actually technically not. Throws are 4 frames. If you're -4 and point blank, you're not safe. So if he was to throw here, his throw range might be too small. Yeah, his throw range is too small. Yeah, you can see that that was the punish. Now, obviously, in this case, it doesn't matter because like, you have cancels. So like you could just frame trap him, but -4 is unsafe if poorly spaced. -5 is probably also safe unless poorly spaced. 6 is similar, you get hit by Farlight, so if someone has a giant Farlight like Percival, you get punished. And then from there, it just depends, like some character. You was a 6 rank 2M, I actually didn't know that about her, so yeah, she is a good 6 rank punish. 7 is dependent, some characters don't even have 7 frame mediums, their fastest medium is 9. But that's a way you can judge frames out on your own. And then 2Hs, like every single character in the game, this is an NTO. Quality not guaranteed. Like this vacuums for you, so like you could, do stuff with this if they're really far away. But like, their main purpose is that this anti-airs. One button anti-air for you. So again, all of this stuff is generally universal. So like lights are gonna be extremely plus, or only slightly minus in the case of crouching lights. Mediums will be 0 to slightly minus, so this is like a dizzy close slash basically. But they give you a higher reward and higher block, so that means that you can do new block strings, right? Like this would work off a light. And then heavies, close heavies are your punish, that you're fishing for a punish. And then for far buttons, far lights is fast poke, that's plus. Far medium is the in-between of speed and range, and then far heavy is like sending a giant button. Now there's also dash attacks. So dash light, this is universal. For every single character, dash light is an 8-frame +2 advancing button. And it has 2 active frames, or 3 active frames. So it can be spaced to be +4. I think I got one earlier and I can't get it again. You saw that one was +3 though. This is universal, and this is like the best pressure tool in the game. A lot of pressure is just like, because all of these are plus. You can also like dash back or walk back in slightly to get one of these. And the thing about this is like, if your character doesn't have a good button to mash, this is quite difficult to deal with. Because the gap here is only 6 frames. So you can mash with a 6 framer, but like Matera Farlight is 8 frames, so she can struggle a bit. And the only character where this 6XL does not work like this is Realness and 2B, because she doesn't have a dash attacks. And that's it. Everyone else's 6XL is like the Gran Blue 6XL. Now, there is that pushback you see here, but all 6XLs, if you hit them like this, will be cancelled into close medium. You have to do it immediately. It's like a quick cancel. If you do it and then wait, you might get far medium. Like that. But if you just do it immediately, you should pretty much always get close medium. I was too slow there. But this really is the Gran Blue pressure. If you watch even like top level, like I saw Siegfried do this 7 times at top of Evo. Like he just did this loop of dash light 7 times, and they just held it. They were playing Matera, but they just held it. Now, dashing mediums, there's 2 types. There's the low hitting poke. This will also usually knocks down, so he doesn't block and doesn't counter it. You'll get a soft knockdown like this, so you can typically, if you're running 6XL, that's your OP. If you're ever at a distance, that's your OP. Also, it's worth noting, I guess I should mention this, all 6XLs like give you a full combo on hit. So they're good for that. They really do everything. Like this button does everything. So they're gonna be the low hitting mediums. I think Percival also has one. I don't have a character here for one, but the other one is some characters dashing mediums are slow hitting overheads. Grimnir has one. Matera has one. Kakala has one. It's just some things like that. And then dashing heavies is typically a big, risky fuck you move to just throw out. So you will use this tail smack. So this shit is unsafe as fuck, and these are not special cancelable. Because even you can space this to be safer, but some characters can still punish you. I think Percival actually can't just fuck Percival because there's 9 frames on it. But yeah, if you don't space this, then like you're just gonna get punished. The reward is that this gives you a full combo on hit, and on counter hit, this is actually your best starter. Like you can get insane damage here. Because it also forces crouching, which crouching characters in this game, in case you didn't know, you can see that's +9. +8, they take 1 extra frame with hits then. So that's what all the buttons do. Then, as I'm sure you know, there's the auto combo. So off any close button, you can do this 1, 2, 3 string. There is no way to delay this at all. This is not going to frame track. This is mainly for on block. You get if you push them back, you can put close to the corner. If they're in the corner, it's to keep yourself at like point blank distance if you're trying to do something like this. And it stalls your cooldowns for you. And then for combos, it just makes it easy to hit confirm anything. Like if I'm doing this, then that's quite easy to just do. Now, for your auto combos, there is a mixed up kind of like built into them, because you have 3 enders. So if you just mash light, you get that. If you mash any button, you'll get that. Like I mash medium, I mash heavy, it doesn't matter. If you do forward and medium though, you get a low ender to your auto combo. And if you do heavy, you get a overhead ender if you're auto combo. All of these are -4. I think the medium might be minus. No, it's also -4. And they do not combo at all. So like you can combo into the overhead, but you can see you're only +1. You cannot get a combo off of this. Same with the low. You just get like a knockdown. You can on counter hit get combos, but at that point dumping an overhead didn't really matter. But this does break that. And then you have your U button. I'm not going to explain that to you because that's entirely dependent on what your character does. Like first of all, this is a command grab that sucks ass. You might be wondering how much damage it does. On hit, it does 0 damage and you can't combo off of it. So, it's overall not a very good command grab. In the corner, you can get a heavily scaled combo that does no fucking damage. Duels is obviously the stance. I'm mainly going to leave that for you to figure out. The only thing I'll tell you is that this button gives 10 frames and +2. So, like, it's pretty good. And then you know about this overhead. Don't make be careful of because -6 is punishable. So, make sure you're doing both of these. Also, all her normals do chip in stance. You see his health is going down. They count as specials. Just, I don't know. And then, yeah, you have this parry. I don't think I ever saw you use this, so in case you did not know, you have this parry. And you can still dodge. Anyway, I guess we can talk about the block button. So there's a block button. Blocking blocks both directions. You don't have to block cross-up. So if someone's doing an ambiguous cross-up on you, this will have a cross-up on you does. If someone's doing shit like this to you, how do I make him play back? I don't actually know what my button is. Let's just hold the block button. There's no reason to try and guess which side this is hitting on. Just hold this button. Blocks both sides for you, and you can cancel it. Like it's not like you're stuck blocking. You can hit buttons while blocking. Now from blocking, you have two actions. You have spot dodge and roll. Spot dodging is has a few purposes. First of all, actually a bad example is you cannot spot dodge this fireball. So let's hit someone else in here. I would pick Gran, but I don't like it. Let's get use this. Sorry, Gran, I don't like you. Come on, fireball. Let me use this and do a little bit of this. You can spot dodge these. You can also spot dodge like any attack. You're fully intangible when you spot dodge. So what's the problem with spot dodging? See if I can get it. You spot dodge early, they're counter hit punishable. So you'll die. And the other thing is they are not throw invincible. You cannot can't spot dodge a throw. And you see this no escape, you also can't tech that throw. If your spot dodge gets thrown, you're just fucked. Also, they don't move you anywhere. So like, let's say use this, you know, a little bit of this. Like there's still another one. So I mean you could sit here doing this all day to avoid chip, but you're not getting anywhere. That brings us to crossover. I think everyone just says roll. You can roll. So what's the upside of rolling? Well, like spot dodging. Goes through fireballs, but look at that. You advance. So what's the weakness of rolling or spot dodging? It's quite simple. Rolling does not have full intangibility. You can get hit on your legs. So some fireballs cannot be rolled at all. So like if you use this shot, a slow kill at you, you can't roll it because it's hitting your feet. Same with any fireball that travels on the floor. Like that's why I didn't use Percival's. You can't roll those. Also, yeah, rolling does this. The only reason this is relevant is like you're in the corner and you throw them, and you do like this. But that's those two. It's mainly for dealing with projectiles. You can use it to deal with offense. I'm trying to think of a good. Oh, I know who works is a good example. Not my fucking character. Coca-Cola. Who is best to show this? So she tries to do something like that. Okay, this isn't the best example because you would actually just like mash on this, but you can roll this. Oh wait, the best example is Rogan. I'm stupid. Actually, I think that one was the better example. I don't know if you can match that one. Yeah, you can't match that. But you can just roll it. So a lot of things in this game seem kind of scary, but you can usually just roll through it. Or spot dodge. I believe rule actually is one where this is plus, but you could just spot dodge it. Oh no, it's actually too active. It catches spot dodge for a broken character. And we'll spot dodge that one. So don't like spam these, you'll die. But a lot of things seem hopeless, but you can truly just like do this and then you get out of them. Well, I can give another example. This one's more relevant. With the character I actually played. Lucilius has this fireball that's plus 4. So he'll do this to you. You can roll through this. You see your plus 5, you can get a punish there even. So that's an example of a seemingly helpless string where you can actually just get out. It's not free, like characters are gonna have counterplay, so like if you're doing that too much, you'll do this. And you can do it in the corner. You die here. You have like a 10,000 damage punish or something, but that's the interactions that typically happen with spot dodging. If it's predictable pressure, just start rolling and spot dodging through it. Another thing, this is not that relevant. Off of any button, you can actually cancel it into spot dodge. You can't cancel it into block, it's specifically spot dodge. And so you can't roll either, it's just spot dodge. So why would you do this? If you like hit a counter, you could spot dodge the follow up to the parry, like low aim parry. Or you could be baiting something. This is just something to keep in mind that you can do. For some moves, it's like you might as well. This is minus 12. It goes on to like minus 15. Like, if you're not planning to cancel it into an attack, if you're like baiting up something, then you can do that. That's all the universal mechanics. I didn't talk about air buttons because they're all pretty unique. The only thing to keep in mind is every jumping light has a 10 active frames. They all work like this. And every character has like one cross-up button, so you should know yours. Yours is 10. I think JU also crosses up depending on how you hit it. Yeah, it does. But yeah, now for like actual mechanics that are more difficult to understand. So the way specials are in this game, there's a special blue button. Every character has 4 specials. Citation needed, but trust me, not everyone, but it doesn't matter. And you can see each of your specials, as you know, is tied. Well, I hope you know is tied to one of those blocks at the top left. That's its like cooldown shower. So Yule has the Lariat, she has this thing, just Fox Flame, and then the DP. And every special has 4 variants. So it's pretty intuitive how they work. Like the light one will be the fastest with the least results. So like that's light variant, this is medium. Light DP is an anti-air, medium DP is the actually invincible one. This move is slightly different, that does that, but this one is low. It doesn't really matter, they would just block either way. And then for Fox Flame, this one is a 0 on block frame trap. This one is much slower, but it's plus. So she uses this move a lot. Either the frame trap off something like this, like auto combo frame trap, or this also catches spot dodge like these stuff. So what is the benefit to doing the actual input of the move? You get 10% more damage, and that's it. So this does 900 damage. If I do the actual quarter circle input, it does 10% more. Now, this is only if you do the move from neutral. So what do I mean? If I do auto combo special, it does 340. If I do auto combo special, it does 340. You can tell I did the input because you can see it, but also if it says good on the screen, that means you did the input. So this does not do more damage. Auto combo and then using the skill button does the same damage. It's only from neutral that you get a damage buff. What this means is just use the special button. Like there's really not a reason not to, except for specific combos, or if you have like a special your character spams in neutral, which as Yule you really don't. So also, what do I mean in combos? So for example, I don't know if I don't think I know a combo on Yule to demonstrate this. So I know with Lucilius, so we're gonna go to him. So let's say I did this move, right? And then we did that into a scary. That was 3506, right? If I do that and I do the input for a scary, you can see that did do more damage. Because I'm not canceling into this, I'm linking into it. If you're linking into a special, do the input, it does more damage. That is how the simple inputs for this game work. Now, for heavy moves, or EX moves, using the heavy button, this will typically just be some best of both worlds. So like EX Fox Flame, you can see is fast like the light one, plus like the medium one. EX DPs are, and I think they always are, air unblockable, where some medium DPs aren't. The startup varies on these, but generally they're faster. Yule's actually a weird one. This is slower than this one, but they are both invincible, and they'll do more damage, obviously. And then like Light Lariat goes nowhere, but it's fast. EX Lariat goes like the same distance as medium. And I believe one other thing, this is pretty universal as well, is that EX moves give you a wall bounce in the corner. So like most of your combo extensions is by burning EX moves. How plus is this? 8. Okay. Does it do it here? I need counter 8 to get this Fox Flame combo. I'm stupid. Yeah. Wrong. So most combo extensions are just doing EX moves. I was about to say I'll show Lucilius, he doesn't have EX moves, so. And then you can see at the top, using EX moves, the downside is your skill goes on cooldown. The duration of the cooldown, I don't know why, it depends on the move actually. It's pretty universal, like it's around the same range of, I think, like 5 seconds. But some moves are just, like not, the cooldown will just vary for some reason. But managing your EX cooldowns is pretty important because you need them to do pretty much everything, right? Like you can do this move in pressure. This is very easy to mash up though if you do it too much because it's 31 frames. This one is gonna get you both. It's gonna frame trap like light, and if they block, you're still plus. You keep taking your turn. So you know you're doing some of this. You can throw in one of these. And then the same thing with the other moves, like EXDP for more damage. I don't know what the difference about the EX version of this one is, because I don't know what your character does. Is this plus? 1 frame more plus. Probably does more damage too. Say faster. Slightly faster as well. So yeah, there you go. Another move that's just better as EX. Because it takes the best of both worlds. As fast as the medium, but plus like the light. The final version of each move is the U version. So these ones are a little bit strange. These take 50% of your meter, kind of. So for a U version of move, it's just the input, but you press U instead of the button. Also to do specials with easy inputs, if you didn't know, you just hit the strength you want. So you hit medium skill or heavy skill. Or for these ones, you hit U skill. So these cost 50% of your meter and will do something awesome. So this one, for example, from mid-screen takes you all the way to the corner. And in the corner, it gives you that wall bounce. So like from here, you could go all the way to the corner and get a wall bounce. EX DPs are always 8 frames. This is the fastest DPs can be. So a lot of things in this game can frame trap 11 or 9 frames. They cannot frame, or safe jump. They cannot safe jump 8 frame DPs. I have no idea what this move does, to be honest. Ooh, you got that going for you. I assume it's plus. Yeah, +4, so it's even more plus. And then EX Fox Blade is fucking +10 on hit. This one I do know. Because it lets you do stuff like that. So, they're all pretty crazy. Also, I think that means it's +6. Yeah, it's +6 on block. So this is just like free instant plus frames. Lucilius, it does have U, so I can show those. Like U Fireball is +50. This is a full screen invincible plus on block teleport. This is his only actual reversal. And this is a full screen safe on block Larry. So U moves are pretty crazy. And even this one is safe. Yeah, this is safe. So they're pretty crazy. They cost 50 meter. Why did I say they kind of cost 50 meters? If you look at my meter, when you hit the move, you get a 25 refund. If they block the move, you get half of that as a refund. So here I get half of that as a refund. Now there is a caveat here. I'm going to show you. If I do this, 25 refund. If I do this, no 25 refund. Why? Same thing as damage bonuses. You only get the refund if the move was done from neutral. So same deal. That didn't give me a refund, but it's actually hard to show this with you, so we're going to show it with Lucilius. It's not any easier to show with Lucilius, I just realized. Oh, I kind of can. Okay, so if I do like this into this, no refund. If I do this, you can see that like super plus on this landing, right? This move is 18 frames. I'll continue to be crouching, I think. That can link, and you see I got a 25 meter refund. We can actually get Percival back. This is the reason I had him. Because he has a pretty notable link like this. So, let's control Percival. If I do this into this, no refund. If I do this, wait, because it's plus 15 on hit, and link it, refund. And you get the damage bonus. So if you ever wonder why your meters sometimes going up with new moves and sometimes they aren't, that's why. Another caveat result of this, throwing these out in neutral is like pretty fine because they only cost 25 meter. And as you saw, they're safe. Like, I don't know, you could just go out and do stuff like that. You don't have anything special to do that with. Some characters do. DPs never refund you. They're the only exception. The next mechanic is the 3 diamonds at the top of the screen. Those are your bravery points. Those let you do 2 things. The first is this, is a raging strike. So these are unblockable. In the corner, they give you a full combo. I don't know what duel has to come with, +8, so you would hit like 2M or something. And they cost one of those gems, you start the round with 3. Now mid-screen, you cannot convert off this unblockable unless you do the follow-up with this is a Raging Chain. This costs 25 meter, it just lets you combo off your Raging Strike. It's also like a strong combo extender. So if you get hit mid-screen, you don't know how to convert it, you can just do this. And then you've converted. So the cost is obviously the 25 meter and the gem, but to get a mid-screen conversion that goes like all the way to the corner, it's not that bad of a cost. The other thing you can do with these is how you guard cancel. I didn't do it right. So same input, it's B, it's for medium heavy, B and C is not placed to. The medium and heavy to do these, you can also bind it to a button. I do not have a bundle button, so I don't think you really need to do that. This is the universal guard cancel of the game. This is an insanely strong guard cancel. So the first thing, this guard cancel is safe on block. You can see here, I'm -2. That is not punishable. And another thing, let's make it do a different button. It's really fast. So like, unless you are doing like a light to bait it, you really can't. It's too fast to be like reasonably baited. So even, let's say he did this, right? He dodged it, but you can see I'm not punishable. I'm still only -2. Even though he hard called it with a spot dodge, this is safe. You don't get your turn or anything, because you're minus. But like, you're completely safe. I think even if he does it here, it's -2. You can't punish it like that. And then the next thing is, let's say he's doing like a auto combo, right, or any string. It'll counter hit. This gives you a knockdown. So if this hits, it's your turn. So like, this thing is insanely strong. You should be using guard cancels all the time. You get 3 of these gems around, every round, for free. And Raging Strike is good, but I doubt you will need 3 Raging Strikes around. So use this guard cancel. You also have to be aware of this guard cancel, like it's just gonna happen to you. You can try and bait it to stay +2. Because what is the I should mention this, it's important to know. So this Raging Strike, what is the counterplay? It is not possible to true block straight into it. You can always evade it like this, and you get a sick animation. And if it does hit you, you can break counter to not have to take the guaranteed combo. You do lose 2 gems though, because blocking a Raging Strike takes a gem from you always. Why is that bad? Very easy to show this. See blocking. Stop now. This jab did 600 damage. He has 0 gems. Jab did 900 damage. So having 3 or 2 gems has no downside. Having 1 gem gives you a 20% damage buff, or like defense nerf, I guess. Yeah, 20%. And then having 0 gives you a 50% damage ticket increase, which is really bad because characters in this game do like a shit ton of damage. Percival's a pretty good example actually, where like, even if I do on Percival, like a button into a special that did 5,000 damage, she would die. Oh no, that did 7,000 damage. Seox has 14,000 health, so that would have just killed Seox. And if we, get crazy and use this move, I need more stocks, so that'd be worth it. So I have 9 stocks. I got that weak here. 9,000 damage from button special. So being at 0 is bad, but if you're like the trade-off is you get the best guard cancel like ever. And the last thing about the Brave Point system is how it interacts with supers. So the super input in this game is either quarter circle forward and your skill button. If you have a second super, it'll be back. Or the easy input is you press skill and throw at the same time. Supers, take one crystal from your opponent, and I should have two. They give you one back. If they hit. It doesn't take one away. You always get the one back. Like if I whip this, or he blocks it, I get the one back. But he doesn't just like lose one for fun. And then Super Skybound Arts, which the input is cortisol forward skill and unique. At low health, your health has to be blue. Or you can press skill, throw, and unique. These are the same, but 2. So I get 2 back, and I take 2 from him. I did not get the clean hit there. You need to get the animation hit. There we go. I only give 1 back now. Never mind, they give 1 back and take 2. I think Gita's was bugged and gave 2. I think that was the problem. And that's all of the things. Quick recap. Use your dash light, it's your best pressure tool. Use your ghost light. Just use your lights. All of your lights are your pressure tools. Use rate counter on defense. And if you don't know how to convert, use rating strike. There's only one other thing I'll explain as well, I guess. So you know how throws work because you've played fighting games. But there is one weird thing about throws in this game. If he throws me, I can tech it, obviously, right? You see I press the throw button, I tech the throw. You can actually tech a throw with any button. It doesn't have to be the throw button. You can see there, I'm teching the throw with a light. What is the problem here? If you tech a throw, it's called like a button tech, or if you tech really late, I believe this also happens. I'm not going to try and get that timing. The problem with button teching, you still take damage, and you are minus. So on a normal throw tech, we're even. On a button tech, I'm minus 6. So he's not gonna true combo you because you're like minus 6 within a state where you can block, so that shit can't happen to you. But you are minus. So typically what happens when there's a button tech is oh my god, it's hard to show. But basically you're a throw tech, and if you see they button tech, which you can always tell because there's a red flash instead of the blue throw tech flash, and they fall to the ground, just dash back in with this. It's like still your turn. And then you can throw them again. And so button tagging makes delay tech really strong in this game because you can just delay mash and it also techs the throw for you. But if you like button tech 500 times, you'll just die. So like it can't actually kill you, but you'll die. You'll go to 0 health and then die to shit. So that's one weird thing about throwing. The really important thing is just if you see this tech, the red flash, like it's your turn. Assuming you were the one throwing. If it happens to you, it's not your turn. Do not match there. And that's all the mechanics of Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising. Unless I forgot something, but I don't think I did. Let me go show you a TOD with Lucilius while I'm here. Fucking kidnap you, so I have to watch my combo. It does need 0 BP. Maybe it's counter as well. No, not right now. make this easier for me. I dropped it. That's not it. I'm so close. I was at zero. That's pretty sick. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Lose boss around. Am I doing this right? Just link out like this. Station into yeah, I got it. That's what I would say. But I mean, you get the idea. Yeah, you get the idea. I don't think I have anything else cool to show. I don't know,